Welcome back, guys. In the last class, we have seen different differential relays like simple differential relay and modified differential relay. Now we'll discuss about merge price relay. The merge price differential relay. So if you observe carefully, the disadvantages of simplified relay, we move to modified relay, and then in disadvantages in modified relay, we'll go to a merge price relay. So in the merge price relay, we use a balanced beam type, beam type. What is the balanced beam type relay? Actually I dealt with we dealt about the balanced beam type in relay section. Now I'll explain again what is the balanced beam type. Now, for example, if you consider this is a protection zone, and we'll have a relay here, so we'll connect relay here. For this relay, balanced beam type actually having so the core section like this. For this core section, we'll have a this is on turning. For this middle, again it's turning. We'll have a section here, and we'll have a spring here, and we have a tripping circuit here. Okay, so what happened is here, this is for one section, for example, this is called operating coil. This is called operating point coil, and this is called restriking coil. This is having for example turns of n0, and this is having turns of n. Okay, so what happens is so simply every time the restriking force will be greater than operating force in the normal conditions. So whenever any fault occur, so if any fault occur like this current I1 is flowing, and this current normal current is flowing. So for example, if a fault occur, we'll have a current, we'll name it as I1 this here, and we'll name it as current I2 is flowing here. Okay, so what happens is when a fault occur, so if this operating point operating force will be greater. If this operating force is greater, this core section will get contact with this breakers, and will gives to a signal to a trip circuit. Okay, so this is the balanced beam type. So the balanced beam type, we have a equivalent circuit to understand this configuration, that is redrawing again. For example, for this I am drawing a equivalent circuit to understand the flow of currents and all, for simply like this. So this is a protection zone we have, and then this is a CT, those CTs we have, and this is connected like this. So I am representing this operating coil as this. This is operating coil. This coil OC will coil this is, and this is a restriking coil. We'll name it as RC. So this operating coil, I took a number of turns as N0. So I am taking this as N0, and this is I am dividing this two sections. Therefore I name it as N by 2 and N by 2. Okay. So when a fault occur, this is I1 and this is I2. So this is a circuit breaker will connect, and this is giving to outermost circuit. Okay, So how this operation is taking place, we have to look carefully. For this, we are going, before going to merge price differential relay, we use the balanced beam type relay. This is the basic explanation about balanced beam type relay. In this, what is the main advantage of using this balanced beam type is, the main advantage is, first thing is, it doesn't detect faults which are very much nullifying. This because of what you call so unwanted things like sudden strikes or sudden which the circuit need not, the relay need not to operate. So we just neglect that operating things. Okay, if instant of time, if the circuit is operating, there is a huge damage, like there is a so huge what do you call this is not an advantageous thing for the circuit to operate at that time. So if a small faults, for false faults, if the relay get operated, means it takes time to again recollect things. So therefore, for that small fault, it doesn't operate. The main advantage of this beam type is, for small faults it doesn't operate. For that reason we use beam type. We'll see what is the main thing in happening here is, it doesn't operate for small faults. Faults or split faults we'll call. That's the main advantage. And here is so the operation of this coil merely depend upon the MMF. So if the current is I1 is flowing like this, and the current I2 will flow. So for example, we'll take the I2 flowing, the current I1 is flowing like this, and the I2 is flowing like this. Therefore, the current flowing through this coil is naming as I1 minus I2. Okay, the MMF produced by the operating coil is, by operating coil is N0 into I1 minus I2. Okay, and the MMF produced due to restriking coil, by restriking coil is N by 2. We'll name it because this is the N section, this is N section. So N by 2. So what are the currents flowing is N1 plus L2. So both currents N1 plus L2 is flowing here. So we'll name it as so both currents N1 is flowing in like this direction, and N2 is going to flow. So N1 plus N2 by N by 2 will name it as, for each section it is a restriking force MMF produced by if the MMF produced by the operating coil is higher. So if this is higher than this restriking coil, then the relay will get operated. That's the main theme of this. So let us see, for example, why the operation is not negligible, not detected of least fault by this section. So for example, small external fault occur, for example, for protection zone need not to operate. That's the main idea in this. For example, if an high fault occur, say this is raised to a 10% value. For example, if you have 10 amps, it may produce it greater than 10 amps. That is, it may goes to 20 amps. Similarly, this may also go to 18 amps. Okay. So for example, now 20 minus 18 is what? 20 minus 80 is lesser than this restriking force. The 20 plus 18. So this is higher value and this is lower. So in this section, even the fault occur is higher with the external forces, this always the operating coil force is less than the restriking coil. Same internally, if the small faults occur also, there is a provision of restriking coil operation is always higher than the operating coil. Therefore, the small faults will not be operated by this beam type relay. Okay, and then if a fault occur inside, so this I2 fault, because the fault occur in the phase to ground fault, this is internally connected to a resistor we have. So this is I1 will be always greater than this is, for example, this is 20, and this current in this section is almost less than say for example 1 amp and 2 amp. So this will be at this time the operating coil force will be greater than restriking coil force. So then only this relay will operate. So this one will not this current I will not be equal to 0. So this relay coil will get operated. So once this relay got excited, then they gives to trip circuit to the coil. So so based upon these two equations, we'll interrelated the operation of the relay coil. Okay, and the other thing is, even though we know the basic operation of the beam type, most of the cases this beam type is not used in use. So we use the same induction, what you call a balanced beam type relay. We, for explanation purpose, I explained this beam type relay, but this beam type relay have a disadvantages. What are the disadvantages means? It will operate for instant of times. That means this is not useful for us. For example, if some switching is taking place, the high transient currents will flow. That may not lead the damage of the alternator, but at that time, if this coil is operated, this is not useful for us. Therefore, this any protection relay need some minute time to operate. That means if that the transient is nullified, means you should see that whether the transient is taking that instant of time. For example, if the transient is taking and a normal current is flowing, but the beam type, the relay protection relay always need to observe whether this transient is sustaining or not. If that transient is sustaining, then it should operate. If it does not sustain, means it need not to operate. For the minute second, there is not huge damage. For that reason, instead of going to a balanced beam type relay, we go to induction coil type, which is of shaded that. We also seen that induction thing in relay section. So we'll go to relays. Induction type. So in the induction type, what we have is, we'll have simply two cores select like this. We'll have a switch here, and again so in this we have a disk pivoted, we'll call. So this section, this is, for example, this is the considered this, and this is two forces will acting. So in this section we'll keep a restriking coil, and this will have a operating coil. So whenever the fault occur, this restriking coil or recoiling coil will move the disk based upon the, if the operating always the restriking force, this is a restriking force, let us say, this is the top view of this coil, this disk. The disk will be rotated like this. If you look the top view, so based upon the excitation of any, say for example, if the operating coil is excited, the force will be like this. So this will be connected to a trip circuit. So you all know this induction type. So we, instead of using the beam type, same configuration of the circuit will be there. This is the restriking coil, this is the operating coil. So we use always the induction type only, that is shaded one, based upon the disadvantage of restriking induction type, disadvantage of balanced type. So instead of balanced beam type, we go to induction type. Why? Because this induction type gives the operating coil to operate for a transient time. This was, if for example, high transient is occur, but if your relay coil is operating at this region, which gives this transient will not sustain. If the transient is sustain, means it should operate, but is not sustain, means should not operate. That's why the safety of the duration or usage of the alternator is completely protected by the induction type, because even the transient occur at small time, it won't operate. Okay, that's all the things we already reveal in relay. So we straight away go to know the merge price differential protection. What is this merge price differential protection? So the merge price protection, we are using induction type of this configuration, which I explained before. We'll see that. Okay. So this is the actual thing you need to understand before going to merge price relay. So this is also called merge price relay. This is also called percentage protection. So why we'll call the percentage protection, I'll say, and we'll also name it as a biased thing, biased differential relay. So we'll see this. So for example, we already know from beginning we are saying this. This is a stator Bell-Spears differential protection of alternator. This is the coil. If you understand the science behind that, the flow of currents and all, everything will be understand easily. So here we'll connect this to, as we know, the stator resistance, and we'll have CTs here, and this is okay. This is connected to external circuit. Now we'll move to this. Okay. Now what happens is we will connect this to this is the restriking coil. This is the restriking coil of this CTs, and again this is another restriking coil, and these N terminals are shorted and will give to so this at this point, at middle point, we have to fix that. This is the operating coil of these two CTs, CT1 and CT2, and this operating coil, and this is also our operating coil. Okay, this is the actual configuration, and now these are giving to switches to operate. So if any switch is operating, then this give to a signal to trip coil. This is giving to trip coil. Now we'll see if a fault occur externally. So as you see that this operating coil will always depending on MMF of N0 into I1 minus I2, and restriking coil will depend on MMF of N by 2 I1 plus I2. Okay, so always the restriking coil should be higher than operating coil to protect the alternator to normal operation. So if operating coil is greater than restriking coil force, then the relay coil will operate. So for example, if external fault occur here, so fault occur is this is grounded here, the same currents will flow through this coil, and the current which is flowing to this will be I1 minus I2. So any of the fault, this fault or this fault, always the current which is flowing through this coil will be equal to this I1 I2 will equal. So there is no, so this will 0. So then the coil will not get excited, and there is no fault taking place. So similarly, if a fault occur inside the coil, then the actual thing happens. So this fault current will give, this is the phase to ground fault occur in the fault section. Then there is a difference of current I1 and I2. So this current will not equal to 0. Then this coil will get operated. So this gives shipping to the switches, and the gives to the relay will get operated. So the same wise, if a fault occurred to the internal, so phase to phase fault, I am taking this is a phase to phase fault, and there is a called internal current flows through this. If this internal current flows this, again there is a difference in this I1 and I2 fault, then the coil will. So this percentage merge price protection relay will operate for internal section of phase to ground and phase to phase fault. And now this is the operation of merge price differential protection and percentage protection. So why you call the percentage protection and why is called biased thing, we have to understand now. So if you draw the graph for this is overcurrent is called operating coil force, operating coil force, which is giving by N into N1 minus I2, and this is the restriking force coil, this is giving to N by 2 into N1 plus I2. So if you draw the characteristics, this is the characteristic due to spring. which is connected in induction type. So due to that spring there is a force here exerted. So always you have to see that restriking force should be greater than operating coil. If this is force at this point, the operating coil force is less. So operating coil, due to this spring initially, since the operating coil, the restriking force is by the spring at the initial stages, so residual stages, always the coil will not operate. But when the current is operating, this force will be equal to this force that is drawn like this. Okay. So if the operating coil is moving, if this the characteristics is moving downwards, then operating coil will operate. If this force is above, then restriking coil, so always it will be in this direction only. So this percentage means, so due to this equivalent same claim, we'll call it claiming at a naming of this merge price as a percentage protection relay. And why called biased means, so by using beam type, it won't bias the transient currents. But this merge price relay, by using induction type, it biases the unwanted currents which are faulted by due to external faults or which light faults. It will bias. Therefore, we name it as merge price differential protection of alternator as biased differential relay. And will due to the characteristics, it is named as percentage. Due to the characteristics of biasing the transient currents, we name it as biased thing. This is about merge price differential protection of alternator. And so to understand this, if your examiner asks you to do the merge price differential relay, you need to explain the basic operation, the beam type 1, by this circuit of normal protection zone. And we, for the naming the disadvantage of a beam type, we have to switch to induction type of explanation, and then straight away with this alternator protection zone circuit, you need to explain this merge price protection differential relay. Okay. Thank you guys. We'll see the next class. We'll see a balanced or restriking thing. Thank you.